Hi guys, I'm live. Just let me do my hair here in a second. Let me get this camera straight there. How you guys doing? Anyway, I've been going over some of my comments. I didn't for a while. I didn't even look at them. But since the moderator kind of filters them and takes out the worst of them, sometimes lately I've been looking at some of them. But it's funny how people can say things like "you need help" when obviously they don't even mean you well. What do you mean? I need help. You don't want to help me, hater. You only say I need help as an insult because you don't want me to get help. You don't want to help me. You want to hurt me, and you do that. You try to do that by getting my goat by saying I need help. Yeah. Well, that's cool. Anyway, let me get my guitar here for a second here. So yeah, like I said on my videos, I made a breakthrough with the Ingrid Malmsteen thing. I finally get that I can have him as an influence. I understand his music enough to do that, and I'm technically good enough to do that. And that's the only jump up in influence level that I've had since I took on Alan Holdsworth as an influence starting in 1984 when I graduated from high school and went to college. So that's cool. And you could say a couple things about that breakthrough, or me saying that breakthrough. You could say, first of all, I'm just saying that. Well, what does that even? Who cares? But a lot of things do occur in the mind. I mean, knowing in your mind that you have something down is a step. Whether you've done anything physically to prove that to anyone, even yourself, or not. So there's that, and then someone could say, maybe I'm just making it up. But if that's the case, why did I wait till now? Why didn't I say that 10 years ago or 15 years ago? If I really wanted to make up a story, I could have said that all along, and I didn't. So that's a good evidence that I'm sincere, and the fact that it's only that it occurred in the mind first doesn't make it not a thing. That's a horrible tuning job. Guitar right at all, did I? Let's try it again. So moderator made up a phrase, dog balls. It may even take off, meaning it might even become a thing, And as evidence of the friendship that the moderator and I have, I would toot his horn. I wouldn't say, well, I thought of that. Nor would I think, well, he got credit. How come, what have I done? I'm not going to do that. I hope it does take off, and that's a cool thing for him. If he makes it a thing that becomes a thing, that would be cool. Not time I tuned it perfectly or good. I went from not even tuning it at all to a pretty good job. I want to mention something about tuning real quickly, though. Even though it's not original as far as me thinking of it, but it is something I'm going to say. Eric Johnson has a construction video called "The Fine Art of Guitar," where he actually expresses his view that in a guitar, the high string should be a little sharp and the bass string should be a little flat. For some reason, widening out the spectrum of the guitar, but making the treble strings sharper than they should be and the bass strings flatter than they should be, actually makes the whole guitar sound better and more in tune. So there's that. That's why electronic tuners don't really do it for me, because when I'm all done, I still want to feel like it's in tune to my ear, and I have to sharpen the high strings and flatten the bass strings, and the tuner can't do that because it's only a machine and has to give you exactly the same result all the time. So human tuning can actually be better than just electronized tuning. So there's that. Yeah, the Angry Mom thing is cool. And with the Angry Mom thing, how I feel that affects me in several ways. One way is that I think I'm confident enough now that I don't have to play fast all the time. I mean, I think that was fake it till you make it, and now that I've made it in many ways, and at least in some ways, I don't have to fake it like that. I can play slow if I want, and then know that when it's time to play fast, I can. And I think that's a different feeling than I've got to play fast constantly because I really don't know if I'm good deep down, which I kind of been doing for 30 years. But now I don't have to do that as much. In fact, I could even quit guitar in some ways, but I'm not going to do that because I love it. I love music, and I love you guys, my fans. I'm not going to, now that I've kind of made it as far as getting good at guitar, I'm not going to quit, even though I could, because it's like I could go on to the next thing, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to stick with guitar, Oh, shucks, all the haters say. So close. That sounded like the beginning of La Villa Sfregiata to me. My Rush, of course. Playing fast should never be out of desperation to either prove that you can do it or because you want to do it. You should play fast because you want to and still be in control of it, And still be able to slow down if you want to. Be in control of that also. Matter gave me this cool thing of this flamenco guy doing some really cool thing. And it was great, even though he was playing very slow. It was actually very moving and emotional and melodic. Also, what's wrong with flamenco guitar? That's cool. That's a cool thing. Guitar was very Spanish before it became Americanized. It was Spanish before it was American. Some people cut me down or insult me or hate me by saying I should learn theory. In fact, I need to unlearn it. Because once you unlearn it, you can really play and not have to think about it or be limited by it or be consumed by it or whatever, always wanted to do for a long time, to do what Randy Rhoads would have done if he'd have lived. And he was a very much a flamenco type of guitars, at least going there, you know. If he would have lived, he might have been a lot very much like flamenco-ish, you know. Yeah, oh, here's some there. But make it my own. Just play it how I would want to play it. Here I go. Just to show I have a good memory, I remember, don't forget, my friend Fernando from Sevilla, Spain, wanted me to do a shout out about a week ago, and I'm repeating that, and I won't say it again, but he's a good fan, and shout out to him. Flamenco is Spanish. Flamenco, you know, is very, very cool for guitar. And it's kind of where the guitar started, you know. There are different styles. That's Ionian, that's Mixolydian. This is Lydian. Mixolydian, Ionian, Lydian. Cool, huh? Little changes in modes. Minor, this is Ionian, Dorian, Phrygian. Wow, that's a lick. Only the eruption lick is under my fingers. It's the Phrygian thing he does, and the eruption thing. Phrygian for that moment, you know. Very Spanish. Even Van Halen did some Spanish stuff. He went, you know, very Spanishy. Some of it, even Eddie's stuff. Eddie Van Halen. Or when he goes, Eddie wasn't ignorant of flamenco and Spanish stuff, you know, either, and he was great, you know. And Spanish fly, he literally uses the word Spanish right in the song, you know. To the fact that Americans always want to get tans when they're young. They want to be like Brazilian, or they want to be Amazon, or they want to be, you know, Latin somehow, you know. And I wasn't, because I was always the palest kid on the block, except maybe some pasty redheaded person. But I basically had very, very fair skin, which did not serve me as far as being popular when I was a kid, believe me. They're bending a string there. I'm gonna get new strings for this guitar today. I think new nylon strings at the Guitar Center for this guitar today. I hope it sounds like I'm having fun with guitar today, because I am. I now that I got the Yngwie thing off my head and I've got it accomplished. I feel like I feel light and free and happy, and like I can have fun on guitar. You know what I'm saying? Nose. I sound like Randy a little bit. Randy Rose. That sounds to me a little bit like him. I did it look right for once. Finally, after it's actually Paganini's Fifth Caprice that Vi took that from for Crossroads. Piece of it, anyway. So Paganini. Oh, not too bad. Pentatonic. Before there were 7 notes, there were 5 notes. Hope you enjoyed jamming with me today. Love you guys. Peace. Rock and roll.